you looking for answers about extraterrestrials or maybe the true meaning of life? Then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. I'll give you some history. During 2008, during the financial crisis, I wasn't affected by it yet. It took me until like 2012 to get affected by it because of my job. But after 2008, I kind of not sensed. I saw in the newspaper before it happened. I saw the signs. I watching the Wall Street Journal had something about Bear Stearns, and then like an hour or two later, I saw it crash and the whole economy tanked. I did some research on YouTube, of course. Where else? I found David Icke. So he knew this was all going to happen like 20 years ago, or whatever. And that's why I was introduced to reptilians, New World Order, and I was like, Alex Jones. I found like I believed in reptilians for a long time, and I didn't see one, and I stopped believing in them. Of course, I believe in them now. Yeah, that's all changed. David Icke is interesting because he points out that all reptilians. I give David Icke a lot of credit for going out there and talking about reptilians. We used the malevolent ones. Is that the right word for that? But there's a lot of positive reptilians out there also. And he fails to mention that. And I believe he knows about the positive ones also. Yes, he's protected, but also he's not telling people the truth. I mean, he has a huge following. You'd think, if you're going to talk about negative aliens, if you're going to go there, why don't you talk about the Greys? Not all Greys are bad, but some are. You have the Greys, you have the Syrians, you have the Anunnaki. Why don't you just go into all of them while you're at it? If you're going to be fear-mongering everyone and going nowhere with your message, basically. But I give him this. If it wasn't for him, it wasn't for David Icke talking about aliens, I would have never found Human Colony. Something about reptilian just sort of, I don't know, I guess the way he sold it. I never looked up any other aliens, just reptilians. Anyway, actually, I never really researched aliens at all. It was just, I was just going by what David Icke talked about. I went on YouTube and looked up whatever he was talking about the reptilian races and the history and on and on and on, which I don't think is always 100% right, but it doesn't really matter. Most of all, he's got his story out there. But he doesn't talk about all the negative extraterrestrials that are out there. Of course, he doesn't really understand. I don't think he just I don't know. He's not doing anybody any favors by just talking about the negative reptilians. Obviously, he doesn't have all the answers. But someone in his position, you think you would put a little bit more out there about what's going on, especially the positive reptilians, which there are many positive reptilians, and some are so kind. They're like, they'll be hurt by a kitten. They're so kind. They couldn't injure a feather on a bird. They're just so friendly. As you know, because I channel him. But David Icke, I give him a lot of credit for what he's done, but too bad the message is not totally getting out there. It'd be nice if you go, not go into the negative, obviously. I think he's beating that one to death. But, if you're going to go into, you think you would widen his perspective a little bit. Go into more the other negative ones, or go into the positive ones. The Wirens, the Yin-Yao, on and on. Ones that connect to a human colony, at least go in that direction, at least. But he doesn't do that. He just beats the same horse over and over again. Just beats it to death. The same old story. And it's just, It's unfortunate. But for basically this video is for fans of David Icke. Hopefully they find this and realize that, or just anyone that's familiar with David Icke, just realize that there are positive reptilians out there that he is failing to mention, and there are other negative extraterrestrials out there, which is best not to give them much light or any at all. But if you're gonna, if you're gonna put this out there, you might as well just put it all out there. But fear, putting the fear out there is not a good idea. Obviously, I probably shouldn't have mentioned the Syrians, but anyway. CERN is nothing good. That's all reptilian and Syrian, unfortunately. But CERN has no power. They try, but they fail. And they're going to build all the CERNs they want to. They're not going to have. There's too much Arcturian. There's too many positive entities here to stop our world from being adjusted into that degree of doom, you could say. But unfortunately, even some of his update videos, at least on YouTube, it's negative. Sometimes he gives out in different his point of view, which I understand, but there are other point of views. I might have to start putting my point of view out there, a more positive point of view of connecting to spirituality, connecting to your angels, connecting to the light, and following your own instincts, and making your own decisions on what's going on in the world, instead of living in a black hole of fear. So, blessings all. Thank you. Hopefully this does some good somewhere. More comings very soon. I had to put these out there. At least something. Bob Bashar, Alex Jones, at least a little bit. Might as well. Blessings all. I'll be back.